Oh, it's a good day today. It's Friday, my favorite day. We're going to have ourselves a very good game, hopefully, here on Friday. In the upper left-hand corner, we have, for VFA, Firewalker. Not too sure if he swapped teams. If it's the same Firewalker, who knows? I'd have to assume so, since I don't believe you can have the same name with a different clan. So Firewalker is now on Team VFA, playing the red Protoss. In the lower right-hand corner, we have FauxMan. And I know my French. That means hair man, I believe. Anyways, FauxMan will be playing the blue Zerg in the bottom right. They're having a little bit of chit-chat, asking how the games are going tonight. FauxMan says his are going pretty decent. FauxMan is scouting with the Overlord here. Has a drone going on the scout here as well. Firewalker, on the other hand, has elected to not scout at all, but does get a gateway and 2 pylons up. Very, very brilliant move by Firewalker. Do have the early hatch going down for FauxMan here as his Overlord slowly gets up there. I'm sure his drone, yes, his drone is in the base, is going to scout himself a bunch of if you know what I mean. Anyways, he's seen himself a gateway and a couple pylons. So, big waste of time. That's a Bronze League scout for you. Very well done by FauxMan. Big scout, doesn't get any intel. Will leave the base with his drone. Just showed that he knows how to scout, I guess. Maybe trying to impress his new friend, Firewalker. FauxMan does get the gas up right away here. Firewalker, on the other hand, does get the gas as well, apparently. And the Cyber Core goes down for him as well. We do get the Overlord coming into the base here. Gonna assume he's gonna sit over the expansion so we can get the timing of that expansion. Not that that's gonna help him at all, because I'm pretty confident he doesn't have enough skill to know what to do with that intel. Anyhow, maybe he does, but from when the game loaded, he was in Silver Lake, so can't picture him being overly good. But you never know. Do have the full wall off with the Z-Lot standing there. Firewalker's not letting anything into his base. Is doing the 3-minute and 55-second scout with his probe there. Will come down, see the expo. No, he's not going to get rushed by dogs, so that should help him out a little bit anyways. Are doing the drone transfer over to his natural is FauxMan. Firewalker's going over here to nope, not going to plant a proxy. He was just scouting to make sure there wasn't a base way over there. Does come in, sees the expansion, rolls into the main here. Sees the queen injecting that larva like a boss and runs his way out. No, he doesn't. Fakes the run, then gets himself trapped. Down goes the probe. 1-0 for FauxMan. Firewalker now getting up that second gateway over here. Chrono boosting out that warp gate technology. Getting that second gas there. He's all over. APMs must be at 6 bazillion. I would have to imagine. Anyways, we do have 24 to 20 in drone count, 6 to 4 in army count. Very well done. Just 1 worker killed so far. Pulling up the units tab here. We do have 1 stalker and 2 Z-Lots to the 2 queens of FauxMan. FauxMan playing a very macro heavy game here, so must be getting up to a super unit because has not built 1 dog yet. Is getting the roach warren out here. Might be getting some roaches out just for a little bit of early protection, as he's more than likely going for some late tech, not late, but Tech 3 technology, as he is getting out. The lair right now is plopping down 2 evils, gonna pump those upgrades like it's nobody's business. Robo facility coming out for Firewalker. Look at this guy go over here, gets a Z-Lot out here, doesn't do rally points because he's gonna use warp gate technology. Over here, we are, like I say, getting another queen out here, as queen is the choice of offensive unit for FauxMan in this game until he gets up to the technology he wants, which is apparently going to be Hydraless. So more than likely a Hydra Roach build, I would have to imagine, out of him here. Firewalker's on the move. Here we go. 2 stalkers, 3 Z-Lots. Let's get the action started, he says. Got the probe going up here. Probe's looking at planting a little bit of a proxy. Is taking the super sneaky, stealthy James Bond route of going all the way around. Plants it way the heck over on the left-hand side of the map. It now has a proxy halfway across the map here. Gonna be very handy here as he's gonna put the pressure on. Not a whole lot of defense for FauxMan other than the 3 queens he has there, so might need to do some micro. Does realize the army's moving up here. Moves the queen off the creep so he can move 2.5 miles an hour. Does get the queen massacred. Got to imagine when he has some units in production here. Let's take a look here. Yes, we do have 1 roach, so he's gonna be ready for this with that 1 roach super defense. Here we go, dropping it down, might lose the natural, getting drone kills. Look at those Z-Lots go, boom, boom, boom. Roach is out. Roach gets a couple hits before he moves. Zealots surround the Roach. Have another Queen coming out. Apparently FauxMan doesn't want to put out any super offensive units. Maybe doesn't have the drone count, or sorry, the larva count. Yes, he does have the larva count, just not pumping out units as fast as he should be then. Fair enough. Blowing it up, he's now got 4 Hydras coming out here. In a lot of trouble early here. 3 Zealots, they don't take out the hatchery at the bottom. They want to go for the Gust. I don't know if that's the best of moves, but that's going to be the moves that Firewalker chooses to do. So I really think he should have took out that natural. But like I say, maybe he's got a new plan of his own, wants to get some more drone kills. Is massacring the drones in here. Pulling it up here. 9 drone kills so far. Wow, Firewalker is going to work. Dogs are on the field here. Mothership is beating on him. In comes the Hydras. Could imagine with a little bit of micro here, he might be able to buy him enough time here, possibly to get some more units out. There goes all the units again here. Back to the line. Noah's going to go for the Hydra Den. One guy on the drones here. Not entirely sure if Firewalker really knows what he wants to do here to try and finish this off here. Guys are attacking everything here. We do have more units coming out here. Zerglings are going to be on their way here. 16 should be enough to clean this army up. I would have to imagine it'll be pretty darn close. Almost gets the Hydra. Really should focus it down here. Gotta focus it. Gotta focus it. Come on. 69 hit points. Not the greatest choices of moves. Firewalker really could have targeted it to finish it. Anyways, very good defense by FauxMan. Firewalker walking into the base. What? Not entirely sure what he's doing. On the move command. At lower level leagues, we love the move command. There he goes. Anyways, does have 1 Stalker left in the base there to cause a little bit of disturbance. Got more Zealots down here. Really relentless on here. Now he just seems to be feeding FauxMan here. FauxMan more than happy to take all these kills that he can here. There's the Stalker. Gonna get cut off there. That should end the reign of terror for Firewalker. Very good try. Does manage to get Expo up in the meantime with 2 assimilators, so was paying quite a bit of attention here. FauxMan does manage to drone up at the natural as well during that attack. Very good by both players. A little back and forth. Very good defense there. Still would have liked to see the Hydra Den go down for Firewalker if he had maybe focused it, but other than that, that was pretty darn sweet if you ask me. Is getting a few cannons up here to guard the natural. Still has the warping pylon there. We're now moving out. Apparently FauxMan thinks it's time to go. We got 17 dogs. We're ready to take this game. Oh no, sorry, he's got way more than that. He's even got another 8 coming up here. 25 dogs altogether. Cannons love dogs. Dogs hate cannons. This isn't going to go so well. Hoping he backs out here. There we go. Is going to let you go for the kill here. Going for the Nexus. Decides not to. Back to the Zealots. Back to the pylon. What the heck is he doing here? Back and forth is FauxMan. Not sure what he's attacking. He managed to take the shield out on the pylon. Other than that, didn't do a whole heck of a lot. Not the greatest of engagements on that one. But fair enough, he does have a lot of Roaches on the field now, so is slowly getting an army. Now we're seeing the Roach Hydra count stack up here. Firewalker's got an observer standing there observing kind of the path to his base, I guess, making sure he knows when he's going to be attacked here if anything does move out. Is pumping out a lot more gateways here. We got 4 gateways finally, 4 Firewalker, 4 gateways, 2 base. Twilight Council is going to go with Zealot legs, is getting the upgrades. Good for him. We'll go over here. Evo Chambers aren't doing a heck of a lot, but he does have Evo Chambers. Just keep that in mind. Do have the layer technology. Looks like we are going right up there so we can start getting some hive here, hopefully pretty quick, to enable us to get some pretty darn sweet units. Maybe some ultras out there. Who knows? We shall see pretty quick here. I'm hoping he goes to hive anyways. We'll find out. He is injecting larva left, right, and center, so very good gameplay by him here. Do have the Roach Hydras moving up here. Just looks like there's too much of a wall here. See if he chooses to engage it. Has enough pylons there, so won't really be able to go right for the pylons. Sends in the sacrificial Zealots. There they go. Doesn't put up any force fields, but did have the sentry at the front doing his best to fend that off there. Is warping in some more. Does have the Immortal up there. They're both going to stand here, try and figure out what they want to do. Apparently FauxMan wants to bring in some more units here so he can hopefully take care of Firewalker. Firewalker's going to drop down another cannon and another pylon. Very good choice by Firewalker. Selects all the gateways. Has one of them, which still is not a warp gate. There we go. We're opening up the warp gate technology for that gateway. Does now have the Stargate up there. This Stargate is getting an Oracle, so maybe looking to do some harass on the mineral line. Here we go. Yes, they do get the kill on that. No cancel was made on that one. Is fighting here. Has a bunch of guys on the move command once again. This is the move command game of the day, apparently. Here we go. Does a very good wall there. Not too sure if this is going to be enough to break it if he chooses to do so. Maybe needs to get a Baneley nest out for this. But we'll find out here. If he gets enough up there, might be able to go at her. Maybe choose a better engagement. Maybe look at expanding right now because it looks like they're fairly even as far as the armies go here. So I don't think it's going to shove either way here. If anything, they're both going to lose their armies here. Does get a little shots in on the Immortals here. The Immortals are moving out. We got 2 Immortals. Don't know if it's best to attack without your cannons there. Are going to focus down the 1 Immortal, looks like. Immortal goes down there. Does get force field. Splits the army up nicely there. Enables them to get a couple more roach kills. Do wear that army down quite good there. Firewalker comes out well ahead on that engagement, or at least darn close. Did end up losing an Immortal, couple Stalkers. But in the end, I guess fairly close as far as mineral count goes. Are getting some more units up here for FauxMan here, going for a lot more Hydras here, wants a lot more range, I suppose, here. If we take a boo up here, is slowly getting the attack range upgrade there. That'll help out quite a bit. Hopefully he waits for that to finish before engaging. No, does not want to wait for that there. Backs off right away there. Should be done pretty quick if he can just hold off. It might help him a little bit in this engagement just to get that extra bit of range out there. Firewalker's back and forth. He's scouting away here now as the Observer here. Observer's going to move in here. If we look down here, yes, that is the Oracle sitting there, choosing when to use it. He's just being bothered too much at the top here. So much he's got to focus on. So much to do. Not entirely sure which way he's going to go. Send the Immortals to the front of the line. Probably a good choice there. Does get some more Zealots out here. Still not moving them. Did get the Expo out of FauxMan. Very good move. Attack while expanding. Very, very good. Are getting the attack here. Does take out the pylon. Not realizing there's another pylon there for backup. So not really very good choice there. Does get the force field up, is getting a lot of kills here. This isn't going to go so well. FauxMan is just pushing in here, giving up on micro in this army. Going to lose the entire army more than likely. Does manage to save himself. Absolutely nothing apparently. Thought he was going to save the 3 Hydras. All right, loses that engagement in my opinion. Anyways, Firewalker coming out a little bit ahead as far as our army goes now. We are down to 3 queens, but he does have 41 drones if that's any sort of condolence. Firewalker is now getting the 3rd up. You never want to match bases when you're Zerg playing anybody, especially playing Protoss. So this may not go so well for him here. Hopefully he gets up there and can spot this, as there is no cannons or anything walling it off, so should be able to take it with what he's got coming up here. It's a lot of roaches coming up here. Should be able to massacre through Firewalker's army, I would have to imagine here. Is going to stop at the exact same spot. Really likes really likes rallying up at this point here. Now, hopefully, if he can see where he is here, should be fairly close. Can't quite see the army. Will know the second that he sees these guys go through here. Should know there's a base down there now. Would like, yes, now he knows the base. Should engage this. Oh no, now he's getting surrounded. Not good. Not good at all. I think he would have had the engagement there. Pretty piss poor force fields if you ask me. But fair enough. Did drop the force fields down there. There goes his entire army of roaches there. Should quit rallying him up here. Maybe choose to get a bit better of an army. Get some upgrades there. Don't know why he continues to rally up here as he loses everybody, then re-rallies everybody at the same spot. Really needs to get some different units out. Get some more units out. Try macroing up like crazy here. Firewalker just keeps winning these engagements here. Maybe possibly go in to get some ultras, get some hive, get something like that going on here. Still not getting into hive technology apparently, so is going to stick with layer for a little bit here. Sticking with the Hydra Roach combination here. On the plus side, he does have the 3 bases. Maybe should look at planning a 4th down. Does have the money and the time for it, as Firewalker doesn't seem to be on the offense. Is shooting this rock. Apparently is really bored and wants to kill something. So is going to kill this rock here, which will enable this to be a very big opening here for him. Maybe he's hoping to get a lot more units up, which he is here. Wow, there's a lot of roaches coming up here. So they are macroing like crazy here, but both of them staying fairly even on the count here. And once again, the move command. Every lower league player's friend. Move command is losing these guys left, right, and center. That is brutal, but did manage to get right into the deck. Firewalker doesn't give a shit. He's just going to stand up there and lose everything he can down there. There we go. Now we're moving. Wow, that move command really hurt. He did lose a lot of roaches in that game, but do the move command. Firewalker on the other side does have air units out. This is going to be bad. Doesn't lose anything though. Wow, good for him. Gets a good Hydra count out there. Really a bad engagement for Firewalker there. Didn't get nothing. Maybe should have tried to get out of there right away. Fair enough though. That was fairly bad moves on both ends there with the move command losing roaches. Firewalker loses a Void and an Oracle here. He continues to rally up these half armies. Really needs to bulk together. somewhere. There's really no point in rallying at the top of the screen and continuing to go up there. Really should get a bigger army together and move up, or at least hold off a little bit before taking the engagement till you get a big enough army out there. Firewalker on the other end is building one heck of a wall here. Do have cannons and pylons and armies and colossi. Colossi is definitely the choice when you're going against Roach Hydra, so very good choice when he did go to that there. Still stick with Roach Hydra, doesn't seem to be doing anything different. What does he have for upgrades here? Do have a 2 and a 1 for the ranged attack and the car pace, so not too bad there. Doesn't look like he plans on going anything else but Roach Hydra, so is really committing to the Roach Hydra build. Maybe needs to throw some infestors or something in there to mix this up. Don't know if this is going to work for him. As like I say, they are even on bases, so Firewalker should be able to keep up with them, but he does have a massive army coming in here. Now, this could be the one that does a lot of damage here. Don't engage from there. That's not the spot to fight Colossi at, as you don't want to give him the high ground. That could be disaster. Does get a pylon kill. Feels like he's ahead now. He's like, I got the pylon kill. I'm the man. I'm going to move back now. Oh, no. Doesn't move back far enough. Firewalker engages. Look at those Colossi just melting that front line. Wow. Is going to get a lot of kills here, but just going to lose this engagement here. Too many Colossi. Good force fields there. Moves the Colossi right up there, right into the middle of the army. Not the smartest of moves by Firewalker. No, loses the Colossi. Wasn't the greatest move to bring that Colossi to the front of the line there. Not entirely sure why. Might even lose 2 Colossi. Wow. Not a good engagement. Firewalker really had that if he had the Colossi kept in the back there. Wow, that really put him back now. Not good at all for Firewalker. Poor engagement. Does have a Phoenix on it. Will lose that Phoenix as well if he doesn't start moving him here. Does lose the Phoenix here. Boy, have the tides turned. Looks like FauxMan is the man. Is getting the Expo out. Has the 4th on the go now. Firewalker on the other hand, we take a boo over here. Does have the Stargate still here. Not doing a whole heck of a lot with it here. Hopefully gets a bit more of an army, as he only really has 4 stalkers. This could be trouble here. This could be where he loses his 3rd here, quite possibly. Does get the army all together now here. They should massacre through these stalkers quite easily. Does have a couple cannons there. Does use Blink to get back, which is very good. Taking out the cannons, taking out the pylons, or at least started to. Cannons go down, trying to warp in more units here. Does have a pretty good wall there, which is the only thing really saving Firewalker a bit here, but really just doesn't have the army for this. Does have an Immortal coming out. That's going to help a lot. Brings the drones off the line there. Smart move by him here. They're going to go at her. He's going to lose a lot of drones in this engagement here. Let's pull it up here. Wow. 37, 39, 42, 43, 45, 47, 50. 50 probe kills. Wow, he is going to work. 60 we're working on here. If you had a 60th one, 60, there we go. 60 probe kills here. Takes the army out. Is really showing a little bit of dominance now that he is in the lead here. Is beating down this 3rd quite badly here. We do have 2 Immortals. One's right there. Really not the best choice to engage there. Really should have just gave up from the 3rd and tried to get an army up here. Is getting a lot of cannons. That'll be enough to hold off what's here for sure. As long as he's got enough pylons to power him up, which he does. Perfect. So that's really what he needs to do, is fall back here. We are getting quite the army though, 137 to 33. Not too sure if Firewalker's got enough to hold this off here. We'll find out. All these cannons and gateway wall, probably making the best choice he can here with the amount of money he had. Hopefully gets him up in time before FauxMan decides to engage. FauxMan's standing around staring at nothing here. What the heck is he doing? Really needs to go for the kill here. If we take a look at him, he is staring at the army. Yes, has choose to engage. Just now is the time here. Yeah, this should be it here. I don't think this wall is going to be enough. Just doesn't look like it is going to go in here. More than likely he's going to massacre everything here. Wow, yes, moves them all in. Make sure everybody can get in there shooting here. Is taking everything out here. Don't go pretty much all the gateways here. Is it looking good for Firewalker? Does have a lot of cannons there. These cannons are going to work. Does get that pylon down there. Too many pylons firing. Wow, Firewalker slowly making a comeback here, but I don't think it's enough. We're down to barely any 4 cannons left here. Immortal's going to work like crazy. Food count has started to tighten up a fair bit here. 3 more cannons left, 2 more cannons left. Might choose to fall back into his natural here, but I think we're too little too late here. Does look like FauxMan's probably going to wrap this up. 111 to 33. Not too bad of an attempt by Firewalker, but I don't think it's there. Yeah, he's got no income up there. This should be it. Should see the GG here pretty quick. Does beat away at the finish of it. Well, that was well played. He says GG, GG. Everybody's happy. Fairly good game. Standard Bronze League mistakes there, and apparently silver bronze, whatever you want to call it, mistakes there. You gotta remember, man, I love clouds, love the top of the tree, angels in my pants tonight. Woo! Thanks for watching. You be good. Don't hurt nobody. Peace.